Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Noble League's week number 2 league play stream here today. We are joined by Nightmare in the blue, Equinox in the orange, and another league play game. Week number 2 rolls around, and we're getting into the season a little bit more. Getting a little bit more into. The teams are settling down a little bit, calming the nerves after week 1. All teams having 2 series this week. But we'll see how things go now into this. Another standard best of 5. Versus Nightmare here in the blue, Equinox in the orange. So we'll see how it goes. Should be a fantastic matchup here in this best of 5 series. Let's see do it. Trying to go for an early flick over one. He actually finds it. Perfect start for Nightmare, exactly what they're looking for. Really good stuff there coming out from Duet. Just to beat out the last man on Equinox Thinks. Looking at some of these guys' record as well, just going around onto the league table here. Of course, this is a Division 2 game for anyone, Emperors 2, sorry, for anyone who was wondering. Currently in the table, Nightmare sitting at a 0-2 in 9th position. So they're looking for a win here if they can. And they've started off well here in this game number 1. We'll see how things go. Obviously, Equinox sitting perfectly in the middle of the table. Bang on 5th place, currently 1-1. And this is their 3rd game being played. So they've won one. I believe their first win was last week. And then they got a loss this week. So I believe it was against Pyro Pink, but don't quote me on that too much. But again, they'll be looking to get a win here. And of course, top 4 spots. That's what you're looking for, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4 spots qualify you for that position for the playoffs, and exactly what the teams are looking for. All 4 divisions are trying to look for those top 4 spots, and obviously Division 4 Knights League are trying to look for those top 2. But yeah, it's going to be some fantastic stuff. It's currently, see Andyx there, Nightmare on a roll here in this game number 1. Just another 1v1 situation against Pertech. Couldn't quite get the save on, just last minute. Couldn't quite get anything going. But we'll see how it goes here into this game number 1. Still got a minute left in this game number 1. It's still early times into this series. Maybe do it looking for the teammate. Not quite though. Thinks just get a 50-50. Andyx has got an opportunity. Almost finds it, unfortunately. Doesn't get away with the touch. Yeah, Thinks trying to get a touch here. Putting it into the middle. Now do it. Trying to get a save if he could. Andyx with a good save, putting it down. He gets a second as well. Good stuff, Pertech. Trying to get another equalizing goal. But again, both teams trying to look for the win here. Nightmare sitting closer to the bottom of the table, so they're really looking for this win. And Equinox obviously perfectly in the 5th spots. They'll be trying to look up to the playoff spots in top 4. See what they can do. Do it. Try to get a pop over one. Thinks just get the save on. Stuff from Pertech to get it out. See what Andyx does now. He's just going to take his time. He's got 85 boost. It's a block on one. Good save from Andyx early on. Thinks trying to pull it around. He pops over one. Thinks actually gets it over to it as the last man. Nice little pop coming out from Thinks. And he gets it perfectly on to the angle. Nice stuff coming out from Thinks and for Equinox. 2-1 now, 2:52 left on the clock. Too bad of a play. Andyx are going for the fake kickoff here, Equinox. Pertech might be able to get a goal here. He's looking for that double touch if he can. Good save from Duat coming out. Playing out to his teammate Andyx. Andyx maybe trying to go for another touch and he can. He almost tries to go under Thinks. Good stuff though coming out from Thinks to get the save. Pertech. Nice for the fake play. Unfortunately, Duat is there to respond. Now looking for another touch as Duat. Tries to pull it around into the middle. Can't quite do so though. Comes off the backboard or the sideboard of Nightmare. Just about gets a save on. Now Thinks has to get a save and he does. Finds his teammates Pertech. Now a good infield passing play coming out from the boys in orange of Equinox. Duat. He's got a bit of space trying to look for his teammate Andyx. Andyx plays a nice touch. Vince again with the touch over one. Andyx, can he get a touch? Not quite. Plays it around over. Pertech. What can he do here? Can he get another 50-50 into the bin? Not quite. Plays it around into the middle. Good stuff coming out from Pertech again. Maybe looking for that pass into the middle. A good attempt. Actually, Andiox wasn't there to respond quick enough. Pops it over one, does Andiox, looking for Duet. Pertech just getting a little touch on it. Not the most stable, unfortunately. Duet trying to get a touch into the mid. Andiox does get a save. Can he get a second? Not quite. Thinks he's going to have to take his time. I'll do it. He does get a save as well. 118 left on the clock. 2-1 currently for Equinox. They've had a good... sorry, not for Equinox. E-Nightmare. Sorry, E-Nightmare have had a good start. And they're looking to equalise here at Equinox. So it's only 2-1. Still a minute left. So it's, again, it's going to take a bit of time to come back into the middle. And yes, got an opportunity. Does find it as well. 56 seconds. Fortunately, Finks does not get the touch that he wants at all after the 50-50 of Andiox. Just completely whiffs the ball, unfortunately. Andiox just puts it into the middle. Stuff coming out from E-Nightmare. They want this first win here. Sitting quite low in the table currently, week number 2. And they just did come out just off a loss, I believe, against Team Spirits in a close 3-2 best of 5. Want to try and... get a win here if they can, and they're doing so in this first game at the moment. Let's see what they can do. Andiox play it around into the middle, tries to get a touch into the mid. Andiox popping it around into the middle. Do it. What can he do? Putting it around into the middle. It's on 4 boost. Can he touch it into the mid? Not quite. Pertech, he might be able to go for a shot. Good save coming out from Andiox. Thinks. Has he got an opportunity? No, he's going to have to back off. Do it again. What can he do? Not quite getting the touch he's looking for. He's trying to relieve some pressure if they can. E-Nightmare. 50-50 coming out from Do It. Should be the game here for E-Nightmare as it crosses over to 1. It will be E-Nightmare as the first winners of this best of 5 in this game number 1. Good stuff coming out from E-Nightmare. Exactly what they need. Going into this game number 2. We'll see how it goes. Going into game number 2, look at some of the stats here as well. 12 shots coming out for E-Nightmare, only 8 for Equinox. Not too bad overall, but we'll see how it goes. Again, 12 shots for E-Nightmare, 8 to Equinox. So a little bit more pressure coming out from E-Nightmare. 7 saves on both ends. We'll see how Equinox can try and convert more of their shots into goals. 8 shots isn't too many. I believe we're going to have to have a restart here. I'm not sure if the server went down for maintenance or something. We'll have to just check real quick. Not sure exactly what's happening. I think we'll go on a quick break while we wait here. Once we are back in the game, we'll inform you and get back into the series as soon as possible. Speak to you soon.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the issues again. Server went down for maintenance. So we'll get into this game number 2 as soon as possible on the beautiful Manfield here in this second game. We'll see how things go. If you're just tuning in here, E-Nightmare, represented by Dua and Andiux on the blue side. Equinox, represented by Pertich and Thint in the orange. We'll see how things go. And Dua, just going to get an early shot here for E-Nightmare, exactly what they need in this game number 2 early on. But we'll see how things go. Again, E-Nightmare having another good start, but we'll see how things go. E-Nightmare are exactly what they need. Neox good stuff into the middle, do it. Try and get a touch, will he? He's going to take his time for things. And Neox gets a good 50-50. Now Pertich trying to go for a touch. Do it, does get the save out wide. See how things go. Now Andiux. He's going to just take his time. He's going to just take his time. He's trying to go for another touch for an air dribble. Now do it. He's got an opportunity. What can he do here? He's just going to take his time. Again, rolling it around off the backboard. Andiux and it come down for him. Not quite. Do it is there first. Thinks. Pops it over one. Do it. Maybe looking for his Andiux, his teammate in the middle. Does find him. Purchase. Just get another good save. Do it now. 0 boost to his name, so he's just going to have to take his time. Pertich beating out the first man, but not the second. Now Thint trying to roll it around into the middle. Pertich with a beat again. Still trying to roll it, trying to get that responding goal. Probably Equinox if they can. See how things go though. Do it. The backboard of Equinox. What can he do here? Pertich, he's got an opportunity, tries to go for the fake play, rolls it around into the middle, it's coming off the backboard. Can he get anything going? Do it's there to follow up. Now Thint's just going to take his time. Unfortunately, Do it doesn't get a touch that he wants. Now Pertich trying to look for the backboard, even better save from Andiux. Now Do it. What can he do? He's got 100 boosts. Andiux is going to call for it. This could be an opportunity now for E-Nightmare. Can he get a shot? He will. Do it with the dunk. Nice stuff coming up from Do it. Just dunking the last man of Equinox of Pertich, sorry. And just dunks it in nicely. Finds that top corner perfectly. Good stuff. Coming out from E-Nightmare. It's exactly what they need here in this best of 5. Pertich gets a 50-50 onto one. Andiux pulls it round into the middle. Good opportunity to save it, does Pertich. Now Do it. Off the backboard is Equinox. He's just going to take his time. Can Thins beat the man? No, he can't. Andiux trying to get another touch into the mid. Pertich just about gets the save. Andiux trying to keep the pressure on. Keep the attacking pressure going for as long as possible. Pertich, I'm not exactly... I thought it was going in for a second, but good stuff. Again, Equinox holding their own at the moment. They need to find some goals from somewhere. Just looking at the stats here. 3 shots coming out for Equinox, 6 for E-Nightmare. Just going to take their time again. Try and look for that goal if they can, Equinox. They really need it right now. Do it. Just going to take his time, 60 boost to his name. Equinox. And the exam is just going to take his time. He's got a lot of boost to do something. He does get the demo, does Pertich. Do it. Throw it around into the middle. Now Andiux. Just going to take his time. Pertich trying to get a touch over one. Thinks. Do a second, not quite. Do it with a good save. Now Andy. Is he going to pop it over one? He's trying to go for that air dribble. Pertich just get the save. Do it. He's got an opportunity. Finds the left-hand side perfectly. A beautiful shot coming out from Do It. Exactly what they need. Andy tries to go for the air dribble initially. Look at that placement coming out from Do It. Just arrows his car perfectly. Finds the middle left of the goal, and the last man of Thinks couldn't even get used to it. He wasn't expecting that at all. Pertich tries to go for the fake play, does Equinox. This could be an opportunity. It could have been an opportunity for Equinox. Fortunately, Thinks passing off was a good pass, but unfortunately Pertich couldn't finish it off. Now Dewitt's got an opportunity. Thinks kind of hesitating slightly. Pertic tries to get the 50-50 into the middle. He's pulling it around into the middle. Finch, he beats out one. Can Thinks beat out another? He does. It's rolling around into the middle. Can Pertic beat that first? He can. Unfortunately, doesn't find the goal, though. He's going to do it. What can he do here? He's going to go for another touch. Thinks. Rolling around into the mid. 100 boost to his name. Thinks going to slot it in nicely. And exactly what Equinox here they need. But is it too late here? 52 seconds. I mean, it's an opportunity to say the least. But we'll see how it goes. This game 2, Enigma currently leading 3-1. If you're just shooting in here, Pertic has got 100 boost. Can he get another touch and beat out the man? He can. Thinks couldn't quite get the save on. The shot on, sorry. Tries to get a pop over one. Pertic is going to have to roll back. Andiox now, he's going for the beat over one. Can he get a second? Tries to get the dunk down into the middle. Now do it. Got 100 boost and a lot to his name. Can he do anything here? Not quite. Andiox is just going to take his time, popping it up one. He's got 100 boost. He's trying to get the 50-50 in favor of E-Nightmare. Now do it. Popping it around. It pops over one. Can he get a second touch? Not quite. Trying to go for a 50-50 into the mid. Does get it, Pertic. He's looking for the 50-50 initially, but actually finds the double touch perfectly. Didn't have a lot of boost initially, and saves his boost nicely for the double touch, putting it into the right-hand side. Only it's going to get the save. And good stuff coming out from Pertic. Get the double touch. 3-2 now coming out for Equinox. Could be an opportunity here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Can they do anything? Pertic tries to beat out one. Andiox looking for do-up maybe. Just going to take his time. He knows Equinox needs to push early if they want to get something going here. Can he get it down? It's 1 second left on the clock. Andiox gets the demo. There it will be E-Nightmare for the second game. Good stuff coming out from E-Nightmare again. And an opportunity here for E-Nightmare to take it in a sweep almost. We'll see how things go. Into this game 3. Again, 9 shots coming out for E-Nightmare, 6 for Equinox. Again, the domination, the attacking pressure coming out from E-Nightmare is exactly what they're looking for. 3 saves on both ends again, so it's been very similar in the defensive storylines. For the offensive pressure, E-Nightmare have really been dominant in that area. Exactly what they need to do. A little bit more consistently if they can. Equinox is get those consistent goals going. They can. And we'll see how things go. Into this game number 3. Again, E-Nightmare 1 game away from getting this full-on sweep here against Equinox. And again, this is exactly the win that they need currently. E-Nightmare, if you're just tuning in here, E-Nightmare are sitting in 9th position for the league table, sitting at 0-2. And they want to try and get a win here if they can. Thinks with the early touch. That's not what they're looking for here, E-Nightmare. But good stuff coming out from Thinks to get the nice carry on the ball. Pertic trying to go for some bumps as well to block off the rotation. But good stuff coming out from Equinox to get an early goal. And again, just talking about Equinox's run throughout the early portions of this Noble League Season 2. They are currently in 5th position, bang right in the middle of the division. Exactly, another shot coming out from Pertic. What a start here for Equinox, exactly what they were looking for. E-Nightmare have taken the lead in both games, in Game 1 and Game 2, so it'll be interesting to see how under pressure they'll cope, E-Nightmare. Will it be too much for them to try and come back, as they've always got the early goals here in the first 2 games. This is exactly what Equinox are looking for. Trying to pull themselves back into this series. So again, we were talking about the league tables beforehand. Equinox sitting out currently perfectly at 1-1. Currently 5th position, halfway, perfectly midway in the table. So again, they'll be trying to look for a win here to push on to the top 4 if they can. Of course, top 4 gets playoff positions as well, so every team in each respective divisions will be looking for that opportunity, and Pertic and Thinks really trying to show that at the moment. Andiox tries to get a pop over one. Thinks just gets the fake underdo at the last man, and what a start here coming out for Equinox. 3-0, 4:10 left on the clock. Exactly what Equinox wants into this game number 3. And DX just going to take his time, 100 boost to his name. Maybe looking for a pinch play would do it. Does find it as well, thinks. It's the first man to the ball, do it trying to play it back, but only finding the man in orange of Pertich. Now Andiak is going to take his time. A smart play from him, to say the least. Is he going to go for a pass? He will, but Thinks is there first. Thinks with a really good read, and he's really started to step up in this game number 3 here. Perch's got an opportunity. 4-0 now coming out for Equinox. This is really good stuff. The comeback here. They didn't let 2 games. They didn't let those first 2 losses to pull them down. Exactly what they need. Exactly what they need here in this best of 5. The comeback. Coming around into the middle, do it. Thing's gonna get a 5th goal now. Equinox. Some really good stuff coming out again. Unfortunately, do it doesn't get any contact with the ball, and Andy tries to come off the ceiling to save it. He was close, but Things does find it nicely. So Equinox in a good position here this game number 3, while Z-Nightmare in a spot of bother after their first 2 successes in game 1 and game 2, but an absolute annihilation here in this game number 3. So they'll need to try and get back somehow, rebound from this potential loss. It's not over yet though. Maybe you'll see some sort of comeback coming out from Nightmare. Do it, just gets the fake off 1. Can he get a second touch? Tries to get a 50-50 on the 2. Unfortunately doesn't get away with it. Now Andiux got 100 boost to his name. Rolling it around, he's got 70 boost, trying to get the 50-50. Does find it as well. Now do it. Over to Andiux. Andiux playing it around into the middle. Do it. Will he beat out the man of Pertich? He does. Can he beat out the last man? Not quite the touch he's looking for, I don't think. It's 50-50 into the middle. Do it, trying to rush back whilst Andiux is still sitting there. It's a block. Andiux, what can he do here? He's got an opportunity to try and flick it over 150 boost. He tries to go for the cut. Can't quite find it though. Now do it. Tries to roll it around into the middle. Andiux, can he beat out 1? Not quite. He's going to have to rotate back. Do it again. He's got an opportunity. Trying to get a touch into the mid. Andiux tries to get another touch. It's back and forth play here from both teams. And the second half of this game, number 3, has been a lot more even-sided. They've had a lot of early goals here, Equinox, and Do It should be able to roll this one in nicely. 4-E Nightmare, 5-1, 150 left on the clock, and exactly what they need to at least get some sort of comeback, or not even comeback, just momentum going into the next game. They need to be looking into game number 4 at this point. It may be doable here for the comeback in game number 3, but of course, if it isn't possible, all these goals will definitely help towards the momentum of game number 4 in E Nightmare. This could be an opportunity for Things. He does find that top corner. Fortunately, only finding the woodwork though. Purchase tried to go for the double. He does find it as well. 0 boost to his name. Do it. Tries to get a touch into the middle, and he's gonna have to roll it round. Good stuff coming out from Purchase to back off. Thinks he's gonna have to back off as well. What can he do here? Thinks trying to get a 50-50 into the middle. Andiux winning that one though. Can Do It, get another touch into the middle. Pertich doesn't get a save either. Now Andiux trying to get a touch into the mid. Good save coming out from Pertich. Can he get another touch? Do It. Beating out the first man. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Pulling it, rolling around into the middle. This demo thinks Pertich is there to even get a shot on. It's absorbent of pressure there from E-Nightmare. Sorry, from Equinox. Has to get a touch as Andiux. He's trying to go for the bum maybe. Pertich just about get away with it. 50 seconds left on the clock. It's looking unlikely that E-Nightmare will win this. It's not out of the cards here. They're currently 2 games up, still sitting on match point. So they'll be looking into this game 4 to try and close out this series if possible. Things. Trying to roll it around into the middle. Andiux. He's going to have to just take his time off the ceiling. Can he get another touch into the middle? It's under 1. Good stuff coming out from Andiux. Just trying to get the 50-50. Now he's passed over to Do It. Do It's going to pop it over 1. Nice back flip play. Can Pertich get it? He can. Good save coming out from Pertich. Now Andiux, he's going to try and go for that same backboard play. Pulling out his teammate Do It to try and push up and keep the attacking pressure on. Doesn't look like 4 goals is likely, but every goal will help towards the momentum shift maybe in this game number 4 that E-Nightmare need. Now we will be going to a game number 4 here, currently 2-1 in favor of E-Nightmare, but Equinox pick up their first win of the series in this game number 3. Good stuff coming up for Equinox. They got a lot of early goals. That's exactly what they need if they want to try and get another win here in this game. We'll see how things go into game number 4 very shortly. Game number 4 here in the beautiful Manfield Knight Stadium. And again, if you're just tuning in, E-Nightmare in the blue, Equinox in the orange. Currently 2-1 coming out for E-Nightmare. Currently on match point as well. Equinox, we just saw them pick up their first win of the series. The first win of their series. So exactly what they needed. Do it. Roll it around early. Just going to take his time. Andiux. You get a touch into the mid, popping it over 1. Maybe looking for a second. Thinks trying to look for his teammate Pertich. Do it with the demo. 1v1 situation. E-Nightmare have been good in these previously. Looking for the infield pass. Really good opportunity. Get the demo here coming out. Good save from Pertich again to claw the save going. But exactly what they needed here was E-Nightmare. Had a good early start here, and Do It's going to find it. This could be a dangerous situation here for Equinox. Currently 1-0 in the series, and every time that E-Nightmare have gone up first in the games, they've always won. So a bit of a scary, tough time here for Equinox. They haven't handled the pressure well in the previous games where they've lost, but maybe something could differ here from that strong 5-1 win from last game. Andiux with a nice play under the last man of the Equinox team. Tries to go for that flip reset there. I'm not sure if he gets it. Let's have a look here. I think he just pops it under. He doesn't actually use the flip reset. He just pops it under the last man of Equinox. Really good stuff coming out for Andiux there for E-Nightmare. Two goals up now. Scary stuff coming out here for Equinox. Not the area they're looking for. Do it now. He's got the flip reset on. E-Nightmare looking very strong indeed for the flip resets. Andiux get a touch into the mid. Pertich rolling it around into mid, trying to get some attacking pressure going. Thinks getting it round 1-0 boost for Thinks. This could be an opportunity now for E-Nightmare. Can Do It, put it in. He can. 3 for E-Nightmare. Again, they're losing a bit of hope, but can they do something here? 3:55 left on the clock. Let's see how things go here. Thinks get a 50-50. Doesn't get the 50-50 that he wants. 4 goals here for E-Nightmare. And E-Nightmare seem to be running away with it here in this game number 4 on Manfield Knight. 2 goals for Andiux, 2 for Do It. 4 in total for E-Nightmare. This is not looking good at all. We'll see how things go. 3:52 left on the clock. Pertich now. It's a 50-50 over 1. Do It. He's been good in the 50-50 scenario beforehand in this series, and he's done it again here. Pertich trying to find Thinks. Thinks maybe back to Pertich. Can he beat out the man? He can, but he can't find the goal. Got an opportunity now, does Andiux. Got a 1v1 situation and a lot of boost to his name. Thinks beats out the man though. Now Do It rotating back. He's got an opportunity here. Do It. Can he get 50-50 with Pertich? Andiux. Over to Do It maybe. The infield pass, popping it over 1. He's going to have to go for the 50-50 instead, does Do It. Andiux just going to take his time. He's got four goals to his name. Oh, sorry, to the team's name. Does E-Nightmare? It's exactly what they need here. Do It. We get around into the middle. Can he get a touch here? Thinks. Putting it off its own backboard, but smartly. Now Andiux, can he beat out the man? Pertich wins the 50-50 this time, and we need to see something here from Equinox if they want to try and get back into this series. Thinks. Popping it over 1. can they do here? He's got an opportunity. Pertic pops it over one. Do it. He's got an opportunity to shoot for goal. It's a good save on. Thinks. Get down. Pertic, can he get a touch? Not quite. Do it. Playing it over one. Now over to Andy. Can he get the pop over the one? He's going to have to stay back. Does Pertic does well to do so as well. Do it. He's got a 1v1 situation. He maybe go for the under the man. Fortunately, Thinks does get the save, but we need some more attacking pressure coming out from Equinox here. Keeping it in their side, won't cut it at this point. 2:16 left on the clock. E9 are currently on match point, and they're 4 goals up here. Needs something. Do it with an air roll shot. Really good stuff coming out from Do It. He's found a 5th for E9. Seems to be just slowly reaching out of their grasp here for Equinox. A nice air roll shot coming out from Do It. Securing a 5th goal here. We're not seeing enough attacking pressure coming out from Equinox. Only 2 shots for Thinks and the whole team Equinox, whilst we've seen 8 for E9. 5 of those going in. And yes, got another opportunity. Just finds the post, unfortunately. It was been a great highlight. Playing it off the post if he could have. Pertic trying to get it off the ceiling, but he can't get anything going. Do it. Can he get anything going now? 50 boost to his name. He's got an opportunity. Pertic. He's going to just touch it down into the middle. See how things go. Good beat from Pertic. Now Andiux to Thinks. Thinks has got an opportunity to Pertic. Can he top it over one? Not quite. Thinks. He's got an opportunity maybe to pop it over one. He does. Now Pertic rolling around into the middle. Can he get another touch? No. Do it. Beating out the man. 1 minute left almost in this game before. And we need something here from Equinox. Can Thinks score it? Not quite. He's going to pop it over for his teammate. Andy tries to go for the squishy save off the goal. But he didn't need to in the end because Equinox can't seem to get a goal. Or a shot on goal, sorry. Now Do It off the ceiling. Can he get something going? He might be able to slot it in, but Pertic with the absolute last minute save. Good stuff coming out from him. This could be an opportunity now for Equinox. Can he pop it over one? Pertic can't get the shot on, unfortunately. 48 seconds. Nehemiah look like they might be able to get away with this here. Andiux, he's got an opportunity to put over the air dribble. Good save coming out from Thinks, even though he does get demoed. Pertic with the 1v1 opportunity would Do It. Can he get a touch into the middle? Can't quite. Andiux is up first. 30 seconds after the clock. Can we get 5 goals here? It seems less and less likely now for Team Team Equinox. Can they get a touch into it? That's the 6th, and surely that's the nail in the coffin that E9 need to secure this win. With that win as well, they'll be going to a 1-2 scenario in the tables. I don't know exactly which position that'll put them into, but we'll see how things go. And 6 goals here coming out. 20 seconds left on the clock. And E9 should be finishing this off with a win. Pertic going to get a shot, and he will. Stuff from Pertic, but a little too late here for Equinox, in my opinion. It's a good 50-50, just Thinks playing off to his teammate and then just beating out the last man of Do It. 14 seconds left on the clock. I don't think 5 goals is going to happen in that time, unfortunately. But again, we'll see how things go now into these last 14 seconds. Pertic beating out one. Thinks he's going to take his time. He's got an opportunity. Maybe go for a shot here to Do It. He pops it down into one. I mean, 4 goals is still a lot in 6 seconds, but I don't know, like, they're going to keep getting repeated kickoff goals if you want anything to go your way. Do It not with the touch that he's looking for, and just drops it down perfectly to Thinks. 6-2 now, 6 seconds left on the clock. E9 hopefully looking at to just close out this game now. Andy has got an opportunity. And it probably will be the game here. It will. 2 seconds left on the clock. 7-2 now for E9. GG's all around. And E9 pick up their first win of this season, I believe it is. Don't quote me on this exactly. I believe it is their first win of the season. Yes, it is. And they're currently going to be 1-2, I believe it is. They're going to go to, as well as Equinox as well. So Equinox will be moving down the table as well. Andiux and Do It for E9 moving up. But GG's all around. E9 getting the first win of the season this season. Good stuff coming out all around. Really good stuff there from E9 to pick up their first win of the season. Exactly what they needed. And again, join us again when we talk about all the fixtures and highlights. Hopefully we'll have another stream on Saturday for you guys as well. More league play action right here on our Twitch, twitch.tv/Noble Leagues. And of course, we have the spotlight hopefully on Monday as well. We go over all the fixtures, results, and everything that happened during the week. So, over some highlights as well. Follow our Twitter on twitter.com/Noble Leagues. All the donate the Discord if you want to get involved in our weekly tournaments there every Friday as well. And we'll see how things go. You know, if you want to donate and things like that as well towards our prize pools. Hopefully, we'll have some highlights on our YouTube channel towards the end of the season as well. But we'll see how things go. And but yeah, I think that's everything for now. And of course, I'll be your Casa Choco. If you want to see any more, content from me, I'll be streaming over on my Twitch very soon. So if you want to go head over there, go do so to watch twitch.tv/chocomuffin423. I'll be live very, very soon. So if you want more content from me, do so. But that's all for now for Noble Leagues, and we will see you very shortly, hopefully on Saturday for the next stream. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.